Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a TruthENTFilms.com presentation. We are aware, awoke, alive. We exist to bring you a fresh perspective on today's hot button issues. This is the Triple A Podcast with your hosts, Tia McCrary and Jamar B.V. Harris.
Welcome to the Triple A Podcast. I am your co-host, Black V. Right there is my beautiful co-host, T. Yeah. And this is episode 65, the Triple A Podcast, brought to you not only by Truth Entertainment Films, but Triple A Productions. And we are here alive, awoke, and aware, or woke, aware, alive. We just all in A's. We here.
Yes.
We have special guests today. Also in the building with us, we got Albert Taylor-Made with us. Go ahead and give a round of applause for Albert Taylor-Made. And we had Kiki Ali, one of the most realest and yet craziest women I know. Tia, she almost as crazy as you. You still take the cake in my eyes, a lot of things. But Kiki, for the record, says that she is a virgin still.
I am a 40-year-old virgin. Okay.
Nothing wrong with it, girl.
They
Ain't
said
nothing
you can
wrong
be
with it.
whatever you want to be in life, and I'm going to be that. Okay.
Exactly.
So, yo, as usual, per when we get it started, I like to ask my co-host, for one, how was Monica and Jesse? How's Monica and Jesse?
They are doing good. My brother is doing good. We are in the process of getting ready for the holidays. And I was telling Jeremiah that we're actually going to have a seafood boil for Christmas as opposed to the other traditional Christmas food. So my mom is going to make lobster mac and cheese. We're going to have crab legs, shrimp, corn, and potatoes. So can't wait to get started on that.
Beans,
I
tomatoes,
Nice. We think for me, what's new is Tia. I meant to tell you, the girls wanted to thank you again for letting them be a guest with us. Queens with Attitude podcast. It's doing good. They're constantly growing. Funny as hell. If y'all haven't checked them out, please check them out. Oh man, them ladies are crazy. They shouted out Tia. They said they gotta have you on as a guest on there since in return of favor.
Okay.
Yeah, which I don't know if I'm gonna listen to that because that's just gonna be wild. That's just gonna be wild. Oh my gosh. So shout out to Queens with Attitude podcast. They're doing their thing, and again to our guests, thank you guys for being on here. New in my world is my family is good. They get on my damn nerves, so that means they're doing good. Shout out to a friend of mine. I won't say his name over here, but he lost his father to cancer. But he's been kind of expecting that, so I have to go to the what's the pre-thing they call
viewing?
it again?
The viewing.
Yeah, I have to go to the viewing today after we record. So definitely RIP to I'll just give his first name Ed. And I bring up Ed because in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna get with Tia so we can sit there and see about him and a couple other firefighters coming on as guests. Just to kind of, because he had a dope perspective as being one of the only few minorities within that field, and not a lot of my other minorities and a lot of the other guys that work at the firehouse are not inner city. They're not inner city, so a lot of things gets lost in translation or understanding because they just not their environment. So when things happen, they're like, yo, why are they acting like this? Or why are they being like this when we're just here to help? And they don't kind of get it, or certain other things happen and they have no understanding whatsoever as to why.
Okay.
So I definitely thought that'd be dope to have him and a couple other firefighters on to kind of get their perspective of what they have to do. Plus it's gonna look good. Like we care about the world and the community and stuff like that, and we like to make it look like we care, even though Tia be driving down and throwing stuff out her car and littering all the time.
Damn loud there.
So real quick, I let our guests introduce themselves, and then we can get straight into the real shit, the topics, the news, and everything else. So I'll start off with Kiki, you want to introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are besides still holding on to your virginity?
I'm Kiki from the just recently opened a business, Road Candy, for dispatchers. So any truck drivers out there, get at me, dog. Okay, but
Hey, that was such a little poodle. I thought you was gonna be a big dog.
That was a Chihuahua bark.
I had to get my DMX on.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just a person looking to grow. That's it.
Okay, dear. Never too late for that.
Okay.
Never. Yo, and Albert Taylor Made, brother, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
I'm Al B. Taylor Made. I'm a tailor made entrepreneur. I got my hands in a few little things. I do home crafts, t-shirts, whatever the human, may need in their everyday life. I'm real big on positivity and uplift. I'm all about people. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about motivation, especially when it comes to self and others. And I just don't believe in I can't. It's too much out here, and it should be on the I can't do anything mentality.
Right.
Dope.
That's just a little bit about me.
Sweet. So Tia, you want to jump? What you want to do, Tia? You want to go sports or you want to go news first?
Oh, let's do news first. And you always are the man when it comes to the news. So I'm gonna let you drop what you want to talk about the news first.
The news. Okay. In the news, guess what? I don't know if this counts, but because we Black and we love to give our Black people all the props in the world anytime we can. Technically, our vice president was the first female and Black president ever when she had to take over when Joe Biden had to get his anal probe. So for that time, little bit of time, she was president of the United States. So I'm gonna give it to her. So shout out to Kamala. You know what I'm saying? Kamala, hey, for being the first Black female president, even though Biden was sitting there bent over getting his anal probe. So however we can get it as Black people in this country, we're gonna take it. It might have took the man getting something shoved up his ass for it to work out for us, but we got it one way or other. Hey, by any means, what Malcolm said was about any means necessary. There we go. Okay, so we got one. So shout out to Kamala, Vice President Kamala, who at one point in time was President Kamala. We got to say it right, put some respect on her name. Even if it was only for about an hour and 45 minutes, hey, you had it.
Wasn't even a day?
It wasn't even a day. She don't need a day. We only need 10 minutes, really. We was there. So that works out. So shout out right there. What else I got for us in news? I have something else. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me pull it up real quick. There we go. Okay. And the Dolph murder trial is still unsolved. So RP, they had a funeral service for him. You said what?
Of course it's unsolved.
Yeah. They not gonna think. I mean, as much evidence as I've seen, I was like, wow, these dudes would be stupid to use the regular car they've been riding around the hood in and do it. But I guess they felt like if one no time like the president to go ahead and get the man. That's the brother who had a big target on his head for a while.
Right, yeah. Because that was like the third attempt. And unfortunately, that one panned out for him.
Yeah, I was like, damn. So and then not to be whatever case of it, not to be try to make a light of it as much as we make light of stuff because it's still so fresh. I'll wait a while so we don't get to too soon. But they was like his bodyguard or his homie was there, but his homie didn't start shooting until like after the other dude started busting or whatever case was fleeing. So I was sitting there wondering like, what was he doing? He probably was in the car on his phone texting, probably taking selfies or something like that. And then the homie just rolled up. And then next thing you know, everything start popping off, and then they jump in the car. And me, I probably would have did the same thing. I got to make it look good, so I'm gonna hop out the car, start busting back after they pull off and make it look good. Like so, everybody's gonna be like, "What was you doing?"
Right, exactly. You want to know your job.
Yeah, he was sleeping on his job because they parked behind the car on his side, and all the way around the car, and then they're on the side of the car, busy busting. They didn't even shoot at the car. They just went in there and started busting that dog. So okay, I'm not gonna lie. Dolph ain't the president. I probably would have did the same thing. I'd have ducked down and slid down in that seat too while they were kicking that car. I would have too. Like I love my homie, but yeah. So that's an unfortunate situation. But I
Very.
think all the Dolph situation does is highlight kind of how much violence has been. And it used to be because of hip hop music, because of rappers, people were getting killed. Because of hip hop, people was getting killed. Now it's more
Mhm.
like because of these rappers are more or less getting themselves killed because they're trying to imitate the art instead of it being everybody else trying to imitate the art, and now the rappers are trying to imitate the art that they create to live up to this image.
Right.
And
Right.
and I think because we've lost what the kid out of Chicago, King Von,
Yeah.
Mo3.
Hmm.
Was it Bootsy survived, but he got shot up when he was in Texas.
Yeah, he did.
I
I
think,
forgot about that one.
you know what I mean, I guess it's probably piggybacking on what you just said, because it basically started with our group of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old, so in our era, where they wasn't no real drug dealers, they was just, well, some of them was, you know what I'm saying, but most of them was fake. So
Right.
the next generation came, and now they live in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
they really, like, they rap like, to me, that's our, not us, like those who are woke, but we made them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's our
saying?
creation.
And
Yeah.
I wish we could
Right.
have uplifted them instead of kind of like brought them down. You know what I mean?
I think so too. Yeah. They're products of what the generation before created.
Generation, yeah.
Right.
I think all the rappers rapped about, in our generation, all the rappers rapped about the crackhead. Well, now it's like all the crackheads kids then grew up and started doing rap. And they talking about still doing the drugs, and they run around starting to bust at each other. I've never seen so many people in my life admit to being hooked on drugs and whatnot, and it's cool. I'm like, what the hell?
Right. Or lying about
It was
abusing
I think it was
drugs.
all like a setup. Um, when it came to like helping people find who they really were,
Mhm.
and by us all being products of our environment, we looked at it as, oh yeah, that must be it, or yeah, that's the thing to do, and it came down to choice. Even myself, I tried the street boy, the drug deals, the hanging out with them. It wasn't I was too nice. It wasn't my thing. It just wasn't for me. I didn't care for the looking over my shoulder. I didn't want to play hardcore. I didn't, because that wasn't who I was naturally.
Right.
You usually when you're a hardcore type of person, you do that out of defense, or you're trying to protect yourself or your loved ones or your family, or friends or whatever.
Or you just lost.
That's
It could be
true.
that too. It could be that too. It could be that too. Because aren't we all lost at one time or another?
Yes.
We all have to grow up. Everything
Well,
we know,
I didn't say it as a
we're taught.
judgmental thing. I just said that's what it is.
Right. I could have been. But I don't know. Because at that time, I wasn't thinking about it. But going off of what we're speaking on and thinking back, I only can speak on myself. You know what I'm saying? And what I see. If I chose to go beyond, and if I didn't choose to travel or think outside the box, I would have been the same statistic. I would have been dope selling. I would have been in and out of prisons or jails or whatever. And I listen to rap. I like it. I listen to all types of music. I listen to, different music gives different messages. I listen to it all, but it still boils down to the choices that we, decide to make when it comes to our life and our lifestyle.
Right.
A lot of us as followers, we try to follow the game, thinking that's what it is. Like when we was growing up, I'm 40 now as well. Or that's all we saw. The 80s movies, Kingpins and Dope Boys and Scarface.
Yeah.
And then you got the music
and everything else. Yeah.
saying the
And
same
Youngstown,
message.
don't forget to say Youngstown.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. That's what I mean by we're products of our environment. It wasn't it wasn't our fault to a certain extent. It wasn't our fault to a certain extent till we started really using our brain to choose, like, hey, I don't want that lifestyle, or I want that lifestyle.
Okay. And Tia, what is your take on the team?
I just think it's sad all around. Because some of the rappers too lie about being part of that lifestyle to money, and it can come back and bite them in the ass that way too.
Yeah.
Because remember when Future said he don't really take them pills? He just said,
oh, do them drugs and everything no more.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, but you got young men and young women looking up to you, thinking that kind of shit is cool. So, you know what I'm saying? Celebrities have always been a role model. I mean, they don't care about that. They say, you know, it's your job to raise your kids, which it is, but there are always going to be outside influences too. And I wish they actually took the time to think about that. You know what I mean?
I think it's, go ahead, I'm sorry, Keith.
The messed up thing about that is that that's how society has it, like the media, that's how they want it, you know what I mean?
That's true.
That's just the plan for us black folks, you know, to keep it real. They want them to be influenced by that B on them drugs, so they can't get woke. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the sad part. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Like, especially when it's touching the media now. Now our kids are seeing it in the streets and on the media. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Dang, they rap. We lost Biggie and Tupac. They lost like more than a handful, you know what I mean? So
yes,
it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I could talk for an hour on that subject. Okay.
Agreed. It's terrible. And I was just telling my mom, because I told my mom I don't really pay attention to mainstream anymore. Most of the rap I listen to is like the independent artists or the underground artists. I don't really, because what mainstream is pushing, I can't deal with. It was a time when it was like a balance. You had your gangster rap, but then you had your socially conscious rap too. But now it's just all ratchet ass stuff, and I can't go with it anymore. A lot of the singers, I'm like, oh, was that supposed to be a rapper? And somebody be like, no, that was a singer. I'm like, oh, that was it.
You turn on the radio and you hear it, Throw Baby. I'm 40 years old screaming, Throw Baby.
Throw Baby.
It sound like Throw Baby,
baby. I don't want to be that old person screaming, "Get off my lawn."
Right.
Music.
That too.
That's true.
I definitely don't want to be, and I feel the gift and the curse is that hip hop as a cultural or even as an entity within itself, however you want to look at it, has taken so many steps forward.
Yeah.
But we've sold out so much to get to this point where now they have the business side of it and they're making more money than they ever could have made, more than the rappers in the 80s and the 90s.
Exactly.
But at what expense? Like, what did it cost us? And I believe our generation, would you say?
Our ignorance.
Yeah, our ignorance. And I think our generation today, for our generation, like the rappers we grew up on, is just now realizing. It's sad because they're now 40, 45, or 50, and they're looking back like, yo, we kind of messed up or didn't kind of get a hold of the youth like we should have. And now these kids are like, man, you can't tell us nothing. We all know how it is when we were young. Like, man, I'm getting all this money. You just a bitter ass old man. Or whatever the case. And so it's always, we're always in this constant struggle of like, especially in today's society, we're just across the board. Money is the ultimate like goal, and there is no such thing as a sellout anymore. Because the minute you call somebody out for something, they're like, man, I just made all this money. I just made all this stacks. I just got all these figures, all these zeros off of it. You can't tell me nothing.
Exactly.
Like, yo, I don't care if I sold out, I'll sell out again. And they don't care. It's about the money.
I think that it's okay to give the culture a little uplift. What I do like about the youth now is that there's more entrepreneur mentality.
Agreed.
You know, to go get the money. I look at it now, whereas we were coming out of school, let's try to get this job and you know, breaking our backs. They're more, I could say they elevated to that point. It's like, we about to own some stuff. We about to stack our dough. However the hell they gonna do it, they gonna do it. And I like that aspect, but it's like, you know, it's a yin and a yang with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I agree with that because they got more. It seems like they got more ambition. You know what I'm saying? More when it comes to getting that bag. You know what I'm saying? And I do like that as well, because like we was kind of slack, I guess, or easy going, I guess, but we also didn't have certain influences either. The influences we did have at that time was go work hard,
Right.
get your education, but we had barriers to stop us from getting like a certain education, so we focused more on just getting by, but going to get a job. You know what I'm saying? I wish we did have that more, like that the younger generation do have. Well, most of them, it seemed like it. It seemed like most of them.
I think we're getting it now.
Yeah, right.
I think so.
At this age, we getting it.
Right.
I wish we'd have had it back then, but we get it at an age where we can still live and breathe. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
And technological advances helps them too, because they can do anything with their phones, their tablets, whatever device you have. You know what I'm saying?
I have to agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't have to pound the pavement like the Roxanne Shantae's had to do, like the Lil Kims had to do, like the Queen Latifahs and the Moni Loves had to do. They can do it right from their phone now. And because of that, you have access to millions of people worldwide. Millions. So that helps big time too.
I'll say Tia is so right, and she brought up all these different, especially female rappers. And I'll touch back on that. Albie said too, and Kiki spoke on, is that with the content that they're putting out now, which is cool. I'm not knocking. I'm not the old man get off your porch. Like, it's okay if I hear Throat Baby. I just don't want to hear like every song. Everything is so cookie cutter.
Exactly.
It's
everything
like
looks the same, sounds the same.
I like my trifling music,
but I remember when I heard Designer, and I thought that was Future. I was like, my little young friend was like, "That's Designer." I was like, "Who?"
I felt, and again, not to really do it as a get off my lawn. But what I loved about 90s and early 2000s was originality. Even if you kind of borrowed from somebody, you took it and made it your own. These guys don't even try to make it their own. They come out sounding exactly alike and use the same damn producers and do it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, my thing was, my thing is, and I might be getting on a political standpoint, but being a Black woman, like all I see now, like, because we came up with Queen Latifah, Aaliyah, all them, we had our sexy style, but it was probably like a stomach showing with a jogging suit or something like that. But now it's just like, as far as a Black woman, it seems like we're just
hypersexualized.
Just hypersexualized. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing unless you got an ass. I have Black people. We don't need plastic surgery. We got the lips, the hips, and the butt. But it's like everybody cutting on themselves because it's just like we've lost.
Yeah,
it's like Black women are losing their identity on the media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can I say something about that? Like, I think a lot of us are lost just as people. Period.
Yeah.
A lot of us fed into that. You got to look like this. You got to be like this. You got to have this to feel or to be somebody. I think that we fell into it so much that, like, a lot of us, even at our age, do not know who we are. Like that's what I meant by the comment. We're all followers. Because we're all shown something to take. We're all shown something, and we take it as okay, I like that, or I like that, but we don't have that originality. If you look at people as the whole, it's just like with women, Black, white, whatever. Y'all got commercials that tell y'all this or that or this and that, or y'all got modeling agencies or shows, and then y'all go out and do it. Just like men. When the whole the beard thing jumped off, started out with this person, and now it's a trend. Just like with sexuality, it started off as, I'm gonna show y'all this, and now you see everybody following that. Just like it's just like TikTok. It's just like everything in the world. It's everything, and we have lost our own sense and our own way of naturalism. Just in humanity. Period. You know, and I don't want to sound judgmental because I'm human too. But I'm also awoken to a lot of things over the years. You know, when I was young, I was goofy. You know, I was silly. You know, just like everybody else, trying to find your way. Some people had better influences than others in life. Look, I don't know where I'm going with this, but
it's cool, brother. It's cool, bro, because what you're saying is it's a lot of
I'm sitting here like speak here,
right?
Speak. I'm like, go ahead, brother. Tell it, take it to the promised land, bro. I ain't paying the fare, but I'm along for the ride. No, what you're saying is truth. I do believe it's not just what we have is not just a cultural attack on just a race. I think more or less you're trying to say is like it's bigger than just us as Black people. The things that are going on.
It is.
And so I believe that once they got past the trying to ban with anything, the man, we'll call it the man, the people in control. Once they get past the part of trying to get rid of something we do, then they learn to weaponize it, the things that we do.
True. Yes.
And once they got past the talk about how hip hop was, and they realized like, oh, okay, it's this look off money. Then they went and said, let's weaponize it. It's no different than, remember us growing up, and even though we was kids, all we would hear about from politicians, the little things we would hear about is, oh, welfare this, welfare that, welfare this, welfare that.
Right.
You notice how Trump says nothing about welfare, Biden says nothing about welfare, and even Obama and McKay and everybody else. Because once they got past the whole thing of like, oh, where our taxes are paying for this, they was like, wait a second, our taxes are paying these companies and the man-owned companies get these contracts from the government to go ahead and take care of welfare and this housing, and us as regular people can go buy a cheap-ass broken-down house in the hood, and we ain't got to live there, and we do the bare minimum, and the government's gonna pay me to let Black people, to let poor minorities and poor people stay there? Bro, we don't need to start welfare. I need to go get my money and go buy a whole bunch of hood. So it's funny, I have a whole bunch of coworkers who complain about all this government entitlement, but I'm like, yo, you own houses in the hood, so who's really on welfare? You don't live there, and you do the bare minimum to keep that house afloat. And the thing, I think with hip hop is the same way, where once they learn how they can weaponize it and make it work for them, and all the money, and it's such an influential genre, it was like, it went from all these successful clothing companies being like, yo, we don't want minorities to wear our shit and be all this in the videos and everything like that. Then like Mercedes, something clicked from Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, something clicked from Mercedes-Benz that was like, yo, the biggest, because of hip hop, their biggest purchasing group is Blacks.
Yeah.
That was like, whoa, the biggest consumers of Mercedes-Benz vehicles are Blacks. I was like, wow, but it's because of hip hop. So why would they start complaining? They're like, yo, let's give them do commercials and let's use their music in the background. Let's make it cool. Let's ride this wave. So that's that. Before we jump off of hip hop, one last thing. Did any of y'all see the Bone versus 3-6 Mafia versus?
Yeah.
No, who won? I did not get to see it.
I think. All right, so off rip, I think it was just it was funny, it was dope. I'm gonna tell you this, it made me want to go see Bone live because they sound very good live.
Good, yes, they do.
They sound very good live. I want to say 3-6 Mafia won, not because they had better songs, but it's hard for the majority of Bone's content is the tempo is more slow, more laid back, more low key compared to every damn thing from 3-6 Mafia was like, ever since I can remember how this pop was mine, and tear the club up. And I mean, the slowest track they got is sipping on some scissor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Right.
So, but
So Vaughn was over there like, I'm gonna miss 7 money.
Yeah, they didn't even do Crossroads. I mean, they did Crossroads at the end, but
that's what I'm about to say. I thought they did at the end.
Yeah, at the end. But it was the funny part though was the fight between Busy Bone
And
Juicy J.
Uh-oh.
Because listen, for one, I'm gonna tell you this much, and everybody was saying it on the internet. They was like when Busy Bone went across there because he was about to perform again, or he just got to perform, and he was like, "Listen, y'all ugly motherfuckers over there ain't gonna keep mocking me." And why everybody on the internet was like, "I see no lies" when he called them all ugly motherfuckers. so then Juicy J was like, "Suck my dick," and you know how it is. Once you tell another brother suck my dick, you know how that goes.
Yes, that's it's
sometimes it might happen. Right.
The way things is nowadays, sure, ain't no surprise.
Ain't no surprise. So he was like, said that, and then then Busy Bone threw the water bottle at him, and then Juicy J came running across stage, and I was like, oh man, black folks can't have nothing.
But where can I watch that on?
It's all on YouTube. Just put in verses, Bone verses, and
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. That sounds.
It was dope, though. It was funny as hell though, because when you said it, when Busy stopped the show, was like, listen, y'all ugly motherfuckers ain't gonna be over there mocking me while I'm up here doing my thing like that.
Yo, you know how Busy was off the hook. He did not have no filter. He say exactly what's on his mind.
Yeah.
So they fighting. Gangsta Boo, ain't that her name? Gangsta Boo?
Yeah.
She over like, Busy Bone need to take his meds. He holding y'all back. That nigga ain't no. She busy screaming in the background with his fighting going on stage and whatnot. Yeah, it was crazy. It was. It was. But Bone sounds good. They sounded so good though. Once they got it back in order, and they performed a couple songs without Busy. But I used to be like more of a crazy fan.
I was a crazy
when Bone was out too. But watching them live, and then you realize just how dope Busy is though. Mm-hmm. Like when he get up there, like, cause on his verses, like when they did the one with them and Biggie, Notorious Thugs, he kills it with his verse, and you were like, damn, this dude is killing it. Then on the song with Pac, he kills it on that too.
Yes.
And even the Body Rock song, I was like, wait, these motherfuckers is hard. They got the hits.
Right.
Man, you bringing back some memories, man.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah,
but we gonna touch on that more because I definitely wanted that to be one of the main topics we discussed with hip hop, especially Ohio hip hop. But next thing, Tia, what you got for me in news before we jump into sports?
Well, real quick, I don't know if you heard, but Biden was trying to give some illegal immigrants money. It was supposed to be done by the end of last month. They were supposed to get up to, what was it, like $300,000 per person in the family or something like that?
Yeah.
Something or another.
That was because of a lawsuit they filed and they won.
Oh, that's what that's about.
Yeah, but the media, you know how the media, certain media wants to paint it as Biden just was giving these folks money. It's because they use the American system to make it work for them, and they sued, and then of course we lost, and you got to pay out the money. That's all. That's where that comes from. But right now they're trying to hold it up and stop it from the money being paid out. But no, they got to pay that money. They want it fair and square in court, and they got to pay that money. So that's where that comes from. With Biden wasn't trying to just give them money like the media was trying to put out there. It was they won a lawsuit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I mean, I still don't like his ass.
Yeah, but I don't like him either. But I mean, I ain't gonna. It was
right. Facts are facts.
Talking points. Yeah, facts are facts. They never tell the whole picture, the whole story.
So why we still don't get no damn reparations though? Why that?
Oh, that ain't happening.
All the way over there by the motherfuckers.
Because all these half-breed ass motherfuckers don't deserve. No, let me quit.
Oh my God!
Listen, in dark skin, we trust. I can prove mine. No, let me quit.
Right.
You're racist.
I am. On occasions, just depends on the topic.
I feel like this. What the government showed me with COVID-19 is ain't no reparations. Because we could have been had it, all the money they gave out for
exact. That's what I said too. That's what I said too.
Those who ain't have to work, just sit home and get paid. Like
exactly.
They could have gave. I want my 40 acres in my mule. Goddamn it.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I don't want the
that
cash.
shit.
Give me
want
the acres.
2 mules.
Give me the acres. Don't give me the cash. Give me the acres. I want the land.
Oh yeah, give me land. That's what they don't want black people to have is land. Let us get land and build on it.
Yep. Give me the land.
Like Wall Street, burnt up and everything.
Right.
Okay. All right. So Tia, let's talk about what you want to talk about, because I feel like it's a lot of fights been happening as we jump into these.
Yeah. Now what? Man, what fight did you want to touch on first? Did you want to touch on?
I'm gonna let you. This is your expertise. I just like to see you talk about ass whoopings all day.
Oh my God! I picked the upset for George Kambosos to beat Teofimo Lopez, and let me tell you why. Teofimo Lopez was walking around lying, talking about he was undisputed, which you were not, bro. You do not have the WBC belt. Devin Haney got the WBC belt. You got the other ones, and you got that whack ass franchise belt that Mauricio Suleiman said was non-transferable, but whatever. Anyway, that's a whole other discussion. Anyway, then you underestimated Kambosos. You weren't taking him seriously at all. Your father is a shit trainer. I'm sorry. He sucked. Every time he went to the corner, he was telling him something different. Why you keep going forward at this man and he keep catching you? You need to be fighting on the outside. And his dad, you need to go forward. You need to knock this motherfucker out. He go forward. He gets his ass hit. What you going forward for? You the goddamn trainer. What's wrong with you? And then it was a picture when Canelo became undisputed. It was a picture of Teofimo next to him holding his belts too. Totally robbing Canelo of his moment. I'm like, what is just you doing all this? And then you got your entire ass whooped. I love it. I watched every minute.
Damn, that wasn't a partial ass whooping?
It was a whole entire. Teofimo only got one round to me, and that was the round he knocked Kambosos down in, and that was like number 10 or 11 or something like that. I was sitting here watching that shit, dying with laughter. I was, that's what your ass get. You blatantly duck Devin Haney. You don't want to fight nobody. I'm thinking, okay, you beat Lomachenko. You got your little franchise belt or whatever. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. I'm thinking, all right, he want all the smoke. Man, he was just like any other fighter. At least today's fighter. These fighters now drop other people's names and act like they gonna fight them and don't. It's not like it was back in the day when Duran and Leonard and Hagler and Hearns all fought each other. It ain't like that. Those days are over, unfortunately. But y'all, I'm telling you, I was dying. I said, you got your ass whooped and making excuses. I'm like, but you called Deontay Wilder all kind of bitches. You said he was making all kinds of excuses. You said when you saw him, you would smack him. And bro, let's be honest. Wilder's like this damn big. Teofimo, if he's staying face to face, he's facing his balls. Let's just face it, okay?
God
about what you gonna do to somebody. You can't even stand face to face. You at his balls, bruh. That's how little your ass. So stop. That shit, I was just so.
You're gonna offend all the little people in the world by this talk you talk. There's a lot of short people that be thinking they can whoop a lot of tall people ass.
So people don't give a shit about offending my little bony ass. What's the difference? Anyway, next fight. So last night it was Devin Haney versus Jojo Diaz. Oh my God, y'all. Devin Haney put on this master class of boxing. I said 9-3 Devin. That's what I said. It was, y'all, it was a good ass fight. Not Haney, but Jojo's one of them people that like to fight on the inside. But Haney is one of them motherfuckers that like to fight on the outside. And Haney was not letting Jojo get on the inside to fuck him up. I was loving every minute of it. So now I want undisputed, goddammit. I want Kambosos and I want Haney. Haney said if he got to go to Jupiter to fight that man, he gonna do it. And I think Jupiter. Yeah, that's what he said. He said if he had to go to Jupiter. And I can't wait. I can't wait. And then you got Tank tonight fighting Cruz. Cruz is one of those fighters. He'll smother you. He's a tough guy. But I see Tank kind of being just eluding that most of the night. It might go to distance.
Right.
I'll give it maybe 9 rounds. It's not going to be a cakewalk because everybody thought when he fought Mario Barrios, it was going to be a cakewalk, and that wasn't no cakewalk either. So I think it might be along the lines of something like that. And did y'all see the it was Bud and Porter. That was a good fight.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. I watched that one. Yeah.
That was a good fight. I mean, I hate that Kenny threw in the towel. I didn't like that.
He said what he said.
Right. I didn't like that.
Hey, his daddy knew his son was done. He was like,
no, Sean wasn't done. He's been knocked down before, like it's nothing. He'll get right back up and fight your ass, Sean. Because it was times he got rough and tough with Bud, and Bud tied him up so he can quit getting rough and tough with his ass. If you don't want to fight Sean Porter on the inside, he'll fuck you up.
All I know is you lucky your daddy came and saved your ass. That applied to Sean Porter. Because his daddy was like, no, not my baby. Not my baby. Hey, because you listen, it's one thing if your mama or daddy come save you, save the other person. But when you get saved by your daddy, like he's like, I just knew it was over. Yeah, man, you can't talk shit after that. What you gonna say for rematch?
And Earl Spence, he got up and left. Did you see how he got up and left? Like, wait, what the fuck would you stop me for?
Because Earl Spence don't want to see homeboy either.
Bullshit.
Listen, you know what you sound like right now?
He wanted to become undisputed. He tried to fight Ugas first to get that WBA belt, and the WBA shot that shit down. So now that Bud is no longer with Top Rank and with Bob Arum, ain't no excuses. Y'all can make this shit happen.
Earl Spence, you sound like a certain person that's been on this podcast and deals with this podcast. How they was all rooting for Joshua. You sound like him right now with this Earl Spence talk. He's scared.
I'm a fan of both of them brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I love Bud and I love Spence. I like both of them. I'm calling that one a draw. I can't pick one with that one. I think that one would end in a draw.
I think Spence will win, and I think Spence could win. I'm not gonna call it whatever case, but a scared man is still a scared man.
He was not afraid. Earl Spence was not scared.
Don't be over here like Mayweather, ducking all the hot young dudes. Yeah.
Who?
Spence.
Those people ducking him. And Bud fought a lot of, although Bud fans don't want to say it, fought a lot of his leftovers. Now, here's my thing. Everybody is saying Bud is the number 1 welterweight because he beat Sean Porter. But y'all totally disrespected Earl Spence when he beat him. Y'all said, no, you fighting Keith Thurman's leftovers. Keith Thurman already fought him. Okay, then if that's the case, you're fighting Bud, you're fighting Spence and Keith Thurman's leftovers. When Spence fought Kell Brook was the number 1 welterweight in the world at the time and beat him. Went over there in his territory and beat him. Y'all was dogging him. Then when Terrence fights Kell Brook is everything. We gonna cut that shit out. You can't have it both ways. Not do that.
You take this shit personal. I'm scared of you.
Oh no, I'm a fight fan, like a motherfucker. I'm a huge fight fan. Can't you tell?
Mm-hmm. I'm about to start.
You're very passionate.
Yeah, I'm gonna start promoting fights for you. I'm gonna start getting you in the ring. Shout out to the LDBC.
Yes, shout them out. And I do want to see Spence and Crawford, y'all. Seriously, it ain't no excuses now. I want to see it. I don't know. We'll see. If people can quit playing games and just fight one another. I'm scared they're gonna find a way to try to block Undisputed with Devin Haney because he took care of business last night. So
why would they block it though? You want to get that top fight?
Because it seems like whenever the brothers try to go for Undisputed, it's some bullshit, or unification is some bullshit.
So
because
you talking about other shit?
Right. Because they giving Usyk and Fury time to unify. They talking about them having a unification bout already. Exactly. Okay. That's what I'm saying. But y'all, right? Exactly. So I am looking forward to that. I hope it happens. But Teofimo fight, that was the upset fight of the motherfucking year. That shit had me dying. I said, that's what your ass get. And then when he got knocked down in the first round. Yes. Teofimo got knocked down in the first round. And he had this look on his face like,
I was just about to say that. Like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah. Like, well, this is not supposed to be happening. What's going on here? It was one of them kind of deals. So I can't wait. Can't wait. I'm hoping it's gonna be undisputed.
Hey, I think Tia be getting turned on from these boxing matches. You love violence, don't you?
No,
hey, violence be-
I like some kinky shit, but not that.
look at her, look at her face. hey, Tia, we gotta be careful. You forget we got virgin ears in here.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm gonna claim my virginity, okay? Because I lost it, but I think I found it. Okay.
She said, "I think I found it." She's like, "Oh, there you were in the closet,
Hey, like,
right next to Bob. Who knew?" That's where I put that whole thing at. Huh? Get over here.
Woo! Locked away in the safe right now.
Nothing wrong with that.
Back to take what's rightfully mine.
Yeah.
You're never leaving my side again. Then somebody walk by. Oh, who is that?
At all.
What else you got for me as sports, Tia?
Man, did you see Georgia choke last night?
Hell yeah, I watched Georgia sit there and get their ass.
Man,
I
told my father, I was like, I am not going to be sold on Georgia until they prove me wrong. I was at work. It was tired. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, fine. I was like, getting a little busy. Let me go back here and do what I gotta do. I come back out. It said 34. I said, where that shit come from? I was like, well, I said, okay, it looked competitive at first. And then I go home and I talk to my dad about it. And he goes, well, you know, Georgia's defense is doing their job. I said, where? I said, they scoring all kinds of touchdowns and shit. No problem. Uncontested, all kinds of shit. I was like, why? Why? Every year they look, y'all, they be choking on a fact.
Georgia do what
point
Georgia
blank
do. They
period.
get all the hype and everything else will disappear.
Right. Every time. And don't get me started with Ohio State. Why? I mean, I know Michigan was due for one. They hadn't beat us since 11, right? Yeah,
right.
Well, I know they were due for one, but that shit, Ohio State looked like they didn't even give a damn, really. It was bad. And then they said the run defense had got
Ohio
better.
State lost.
Huh?
We didn't pod since Ohio State lost, have we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, I was trying not to bring it up. I had to pay out a couple of lunches because of that shit.
Oh, ouch. 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 Damn.
It's okay. You know, you get so used to winning like 9 years straight.
That's what I'm saying. Kind of like
if you gotta buy lunch once out of 9 years, it's worth it.
Right. Kind of like just like with Oregon. Didn't we beat them with like 8-9 straight times? They was due for one too. I just can't believe they didn't get that run defense together. Yeah. I thought they had got that run defense together and they didn't.
It's like having your little brother. You know, every now and then you be beating up on your younger sibling ass. They catch you that one time.
Right.
That one time, that one hit. And then you be sitting there stewing on that shit like, oh, that motherfucker got. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of proud, but I'm gonna whoop his ass next time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why when that little sibling catch you just that one time.
Right.
So
yes. Yeah,
I used to be my little sister.
I'm like, ugh. And then it's gonna be what is Alabama, Cincinnati, right? Because they took care of business against Houston, didn't they? Last night. Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be Alabama and Cincinnati.
Basically, Alabama gonna win this shit again.
You think they gonna win it all again?
Hell yeah. We seen them beat the shit out of Georgia.
I know, but I don't want to.
Do any of us here want to bet on Michigan to win this thing?
No, hell no.
When it comes to college football, I'm not going to bet against Ohio.
There we go.
That's loyalty.
Now, when you go to NFL, I'm sorry, I just had to plug my boys in, Cowboys. You know.
Oh, hell no! You keep that shit over there to yourself.
Hey,
man, ain't nothing wrong with
and we got the biggest haters.
That's America's favorite team.
We keep saying that. That ain't America's favorite team. Somebody voodoo. Because the Cowboys are some of the biggest haters. Fans, they're fans of the biggest haters. You know, there's only one fan group that might be worse haters than the Cowboys, And no, I can't think of no fan base that's worse haters than the Cowboys. Like
Oh,
Cowboys
we're not
fans are like the
haters.
big.
Oh no, we're not haters. We
No,
get hated on.
Steeler fans might be the biggest haters.
Yeah, the still. Oh my God.
Steelers fans and some haters, man. Like dead ass haters.
Hey, only on social media do a Steelers can get their ass whooped. But as long as the Browns or somebody else got their ass whooped, the Steelers are still fans are still talking shit.
Right.
Y'all need to worry about y'all own ass whooping. You see what we But yeah, it's Cowboys. You know what it is? It's just the Cowboys fans and Chicago Bulls fans get lumped in together. Because all them years when y'all was like whatever, they win shit, but all of a sudden y'all start having like
hold on. Let me pause that for because we're gonna rewind because I don't like how you put that in there. I don't like how he did that. He said years. You know what I'm saying? And you know what pisses me off about being a Cowboy fan? Because sometimes y'all right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sometimes y'all right, but you know what I'm saying? We coming back. And when we do, I want y'all to bow down. You feel me?
Oh, hell no. No.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. But y'all been saying y'all been coming back for a long ass time.
Are we doing it again? We doing it again? Oh, okay. Just have a check.
I think they just be hating on us Cowboy fans, man. That's all that is. Because we already here. Cowboys is already here. I don't know what it is. I think we just be slacking. But the Cowboys is shit for real when you really look at it.
Hey, I just want to let you know I'm proud of you for speaking up. You feel me? Appreciate you.
Yeah, I respect it, but I don't know. I think I hate Steeler fans a little bit more, but maybe
yeah,
it's because
I can't stand Steeler fans. My goodness.
You learn to deal with Cowboy fans, but Steeler fans, them are some of the most annoying.
But Steelers fans, they get on my motherfucking nerves.
Who?
I Steelers fans.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
them motherfuckers.
They are die hard. They are literally die hard.
Yep. Motherfuckers got their ass whooped by the Bengals and still was on Facebook and everywhere else talking shit. I'm like, y'all just lost.
Y'all deal with it, just like we got to deal with it. Deal with it, goddammit. Oh.
So Tia, what you got? What else you got for me in sports? For we jump into. You want to go with your main topic?
We can go with yours.
Okay. What you got? Anything else in sports before we jump into the main topic?
No, that's it.
Okay. So we touched on it a little bit earlier, but I wanted, when we were really starting to get into it, when we were speaking on when it came to the effects or the influence of hip hop, and I will ask, and especially hip hop in Ohio. I was thinking about it, and watching Bone, it made me think about it. And they were like, why do we have this state with all these major cities, but besides Bone, the next biggest rapper to come from Ohio probably is people from Columbus never claim him, but Shad Moss, aka Bow Wow.
Bow Wow. He came out though. I love all his songs.
Every now and then he has some. They'll play a song, or I'll be my girls, and there'll be a Bow Wow song come on, and I'm like, yeah, that song is hot. So I'm not hating on the young dude. You know, it's just you can't go nowhere. Like when you're in an argument with people talking about rap music, and you tell them where you from, and they're like, nigga, all y'all got a little Bow Wow.
Little Bow Wow, bitch. Little Bow Wow, bitch.
Let me find out.
We got Bow Wow. Yeah, all we got is we got Bone and Bow Wow, and I mean, but there have been other hip hop artists that have come through, but they don't get the thing. But you know how it feels. Like, okay, let me ask all of us are old enough to kind of remember when. But do y'all remember when y'all first seen Bone, like on Bone's music video? I think Thuggish Ruckus Bone on TV or whatever the case, like the video, like where you was and how it made you feel.
It made me feel like we was on the map, but then I got
mad. Exactly.
I got mad because I'm like, now y'all know, y'all can say Youngstown just one time.
Cameron did.
They did not say us one time. I'm like, what's up?
Not one time.
One time. We
Knowing
took
they
to y'all
was
city to
knowing they was
party.
coming down here in Youngstown. They know they was coming down here in Youngstown.
Yeah, they knew it. They did. I think it was like me. I think me and my bro was together, and then my brother spent half his time in Youngstown and then half the time in Cleveland growing up. So when like the video came out and they was like East 99 and all the East Side and all this other stuff, my bro was like super like, oh my god! He was like, yes, Ohio. But to keep me right though, because after a while, I listened to the song like 5 times thinking they was gonna say something about Youngstown in there, and they never did.
Oh damn!
They hate us, man. They hate us.
They want us to be great. We
They
had
want
yeah, they want to show no love. We had also from Youngstown, and we were hyped when he came out. All right, and I forgot his name that quick, but y'all know who I'm talking about. The brother that
He
was
was
used to do his.
on that Giddy up.
Come on, Rufus Black or something like that.
Yeah, Rufus Black.
Rufus
Yeah, every
Black.
time about
Oh.
they know it's tight. People like BLQ, I'm out of sight. Yo,
Okay. Hey, Rufus just got put back on the mic. Come back.
He got a couple of tracks, man. He was alright.
yeah, he was all right. I was just happy he's from Youngstown, man. I was like, we're here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to drop something else, but
Yeah, when they from your city, you be like, hell yeah.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was like going to school with his younger brother. I was like, yo, I rap too. You gonna put me on? He's like, nigga, I'm trying to get put on too. And he's my brother. I was like, I understand that. So, but it's crazy though when you think about it, like, just especially with most of us, like in Ohio, when you see somebody from your state or your city get on, I don't know, like it's so weird to see like a hometown hate, but I understand it in a way, like you got to go somewhere else to make it, because it seems like the people that want to bring you down are normally the people that come from your own environment. Like it took Bone to go to California to get with Easy. Bow Wow had to go to California, go get every case of Snoop Dogg and them put him on. What's the brother from Cleveland? Was it Ray Cash?
Oh yeah, I remember. What happened to him? I never figured out what happened to him.
I don't know. He had that one song, Bump My Music.
Right.
Who was the one dude from Cleveland? Allen came down.
Was that Fat Al? Big Al?
Fat Al.
Fat Al.
Allen came down. That song you
I
can
played that back to back.
Man, what happened to that dude? But like the talent is there. Ohio has some talented guys. It was him. I mean, it's sad we don't count him because he blew up. Was Kid Cudi. He Cleveland.
Yeah.
Don't think about him much, but Kid Cudi is Cleveland.
I know Kid Cudi was from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that. Okay.
That song, City is the Cleveland I'm from. I mean, Cleveland is the city I'm from.
Listen, I didn't know till after like he blew up, but like when it was that Day and Night song, I used to love that song, Day and Night, and I'm like, wait, he's from Cleveland?
Oh, he's from here,
right?
Yeah. I didn't even know I didn't even know who he was. I was sitting here like, oh, damn.
Oh man. So yeah, we got. I mean, there's Kid Cudi, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah. Yep.
But he always rep Cleveland. I will give him that. It's more. It's so many more. Did y'all know that the baby was born in Cleveland?
Nah,
I did hear that.
What about the little young dude, white boy, Bieber? Ain't he from like Akron or Cleveland or something like that? He be rapping.
Canada.
Who?
Y'all always got to bring somebody white into it. Let me see. Can we share?
Hey, you gotta show him love. You gotta say, hey, Machine Gun Kelly, hot man. You know, you gotta show him love.
I'm gonna give Machine Gun Kelly his props.
Bieber
He playing Cleveland hard.
Trying to have some bars. He trying, dude. I heard something from Bieber.
Hey, she said, why y'all always gotta bring somebody white in?
Wait.
You gonna never say Youngstown.
Oh no. Like you remember even going back to who said one of y'all two said it when Cameron was shot out Youngstown.
That was
Cameron, just shout out
Bout It
Youngstown.
Bop.
Yeah, about it when he did the About It song remix, he
Mm-hmm.
shouted out Youngstown. Plus he
Big
always
ups
was in
to you,
Columbus.
Cam.
Yeah, so props out to Killer Cam. Remember, if don't say nothing about Cam,
Oh,
because this
Devin the
nigga say he
dude.
keep Devin the Dude did shout out Youngstown too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Hey,
did.
hey, hey,
Yeah, he
hey, I
did.
don't care if it made us look it made our females look bad. We got a shout out. I'm like, they gotta take one for the team. I got the show in the Yo, Ohio. It's kind of cool. I've been there once and got my dick sucked twice. I was like, sounds about right. Sounds
Damn.
about Youngstown.
Damn. Hey, girl, all I can say is go, baby.
Right.
The
Damn.
one kid that rapped with Rick Ross from he's from Massillon, Staley kid.
Oh, he's from Madison. I
Yeah,
ain't know
he's
that's
from
what he was
Massillon.
from. Okay.
And
Well, whatever
there's
happened
said
to
there's
him
more.
though?
Where is you say what?
Whatever happened to him though? I haven't heard from him in a minute.
Well, Rick Ross dropped him in it. Well, I mean, I don't
Oh,
know.
damn.
Well, but
Got a job like
and
us.
there's more. There's got to be more. There's got to be singers, but you would hear all the time, especially growing up in Youngstown. Like Youngstown has this thing where they're in the music business, but they never get. Like I hear the one guy from Youngstown who does a lot of choreography and some other stuff, arrangements for Beyonce, one of her biggest guys she's been working with for like almost all her projects. And
Mm-hmm.
he was even in a documentary. He's from Youngstown. I think he went to
Mm.
Cheney or Wilson. I'm sad I can't remember the brother's name, but he's there. Me and my brother's cousin, Royale, he's more old school, but we didn't even know. I mean, when you're kids, you don't care what somebody tells you. All our family is in Cool in the Gang and stuff like that. We're like, I don't listen to that shit. I mean, that's cool. They great, but we wasn't listening to Cool in the Gang. But it's cool. And then we go to New York and we was doing music and get to hang out with them and see like all the stuff our cousin worked on from behind the scenes. For one, this was victory for Youngstown, but when Color Me Bad was out, their manager was a Youngstown guy, Royale Banion.
Mm-hmm.
He started off with their manager. Not start off, he was their manager. So that, hey, I want to sex you up, we're gonna claim that shit.
Okay. That's my
The
shit.
song I want to sex you up, we gonna claim that shit. Um, but he's done stuff with Beyonce, Alicia Keys, and Destiny Child, and so much, and so many more.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Teddy Riley talked about Royale was the one who got him into producing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's Youngstown too. So we there, but we haven't never really just had that one act, that one person that's really break out that blows up super big from what we had
Right.
with
Well,
other things in Ohio.
hopefully, I can take us to the next level. You know what I mean? Because on
What,
some real shit, I'm different in the game because I'm the wackest MC. So imagine that. You feel me?
I don't know. It's some whack ass motherfuckers out there to give you a run for your money.
Oh,
I don't know. You gonna listen? I don't know how you gonna be pro baby.
I feel bad if they give me a run for my money. Damn.
I'm copping that mixtape just to be like, this shit wag as hell. This you win the award, but no, I'm gonna shout it out. Shout out to some of the local guys I do know. Two Fly, Keith Logan. He's been doing this thing in a yo for the longest and helping a lot of other
mm-hmm.
people. Shout out Raw No Cut. He was doing his things and that brother really changed his life around after going and doing a little bit of time and coming back and out as being more. It's so dope to see some of your people come back and be so more positive and
Right.
better in the community. Because some of these niggas that's doing real good and posting positive shit on social media, I remember as kids, and them little niggas was bad. Stealing
Mhm.
cars, or robbing and jumping and beating niggas ass, and now they all on social media on Facebook like, yo, bro, come check out my program. Like I'm out here, I'm helping the community. I'm like, this nigga that stole my bike? Yeah, for real?
That's motivation. If he can do it, you
Motivation.
can do it.
If he can do it, I can do it. I was like, man, I need to go be the thug now. Since the roles in reverse, I'm ready to go bully this nigga for all the trauma I went through in school. Like, where was this positive energy at as a kid when this nigga was sitting there like smacking me during recess?
Hey,
Like,
make
weird.
sure you get your bike back.
That's my bike.
Make sure you get your bike back.
My bike, Paul.
It's like it's both of ours.
Right.
I gotta say something like for the shout out. I gotta shout out my brother, because my brother been in the game for the longest, Kenny Ali.
Yes.
Shout out to
And
Kenny,
he's
shout out to
been
Kenny
doing
Ali.
his thing, and he's
Yes.
still doing his thing, making beats and stuff now. So shout out to my brother.
Oh, shout out to Dave Morgan. He did a lot of production and producing. He's down in living in Atlanta now, but he was one of the first ones doing it and helped out on his first project with the kid that everybody can't stand right now. He's super big. The one who's gay.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
The pregnant dude.
The pregnant dude. There we go. I should have said the pregnant dude. Yeah. So shout out to Dave Morgan, because he did a lot of stuff with him in the beginning and still even now. So he's got plaques on his wall for that. So that's dope. We're there.
Little Nas from Ohio?
Who?
Little Nas.
No. He's everything about him said everything about Lil Nas X says Atlanta.
Oh, okay. That part.
Yeah, Atlanta can have. I mean, that's dope. Props, everything, but Atlanta can have that, brother. So
Yeah,
I
they
just
can
think
have
that.
all of that.
Yeah, you can have him. All of that. Everything about him screams for him. It's just. Did he date Erykah Badu too? Because she has a way of just fucking up niggas, like the way that they roll, think, act, behave.
I don't know what's inside her pussy. But I need the ingredients so that I can do these. Cause I'm trying to tell you.
I had one conversation with Badu, man, because she is like, her mindset is on a whole nother level, man. Like, I sit down and just chop it up with her. I love that. Just
Bro,
to
be
see-
careful. You gonna come back dressing like Andre 3000 was. Some Tony Tiger pants
With the marching bands.
Hey, she's serving it to cats, because I don't know what it is about her, but Miss Badu, man, she on a whole nother level. Whole nother level.
Whole nother level.
Her and what's the chick name? She just got out of jail. Lauryn Hill, like Nas, like they on a whole nother mental level, man.
I miss her.
Me too.
Her voice was the best.
Yes.
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew she was special ever since Sister Act. I was like, oh, yeah, she's
Right.
dope. She was a Sister Act too. And then when I was like, wait, she raps, and I was like, what? And it was just, she was special.
Yes.
It's crazy because music, bringing it back to music, it's from a local level, or just, I remember again, like the feeling that you had with just seeing somebody from Ohio make it. But just the feeling that, especially like junior high and high school, probably around that era, that phase where music really becomes so impressionable on you. Like it just takes you back. There's songs that just take you back. Like, I don't know why. If I'm in the yo and somebody plays Sugar Free, Get Your Money While You Bullshit.
Get your money while you bullshit.
I be always looking like, man, somebody gonna start shooting, because niggas don't know how to act when this song's coming on.
No, that was Master P. If you play Master P,
you play About It? Yeah.
Nah, not that one. What is it?
3-6 Mafia took the club up.
Yeah.
Lil Jon.
It ain't.
Anything from Lil
Yeah,
Jon.
Lil Jon start some shit. He'd be like, bitch, nigga,
Man,
bitch.
You go to the club sitting saying that shit and meaning every word of it too.
That's how all the fights started. They get off that alcohol and them words for their enemy inside that motherfucker.
Yes.
Yep, that's because I know y'all remember. It was weird. It was like little, because right about high school. Little John really wasn't in yet, but he was out, and they would play this shit always in the bar at a club or a little whatever case. Somebody's having a party. Was with Too Short feature Little John, and that's like, what the fuck you want to do? What you want to do? That's when Too Short like, you couldn't be a better player than me. Even if you fucked every day of the week.
Hey,
but it was crazy. It was just hip hop was again. I guess I miss those era because you used to have friends, and you can tell from your friends who was an East Coast fan, who was a West Coast fan, who was like really long time. You could tell all the niggas that listen to Master P because they all showed up wearing the fake ass Versace shirts and whatnot, the prom with the glasses on. And everybody was getting the big ass sunglasses.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but you knew who your West Coast fans was. Like it was just, it made it fun.
It seemed like all the people at East. I mean, when Dickies came in, everybody's rocking every color of Dickies. Snoop was all through the building. I'm like, is that you, Snoop?
Yeah. Snoop. But you're right. Like, look how Snoop brought back like everybody getting afros and cornrows and everything. Like that was in hockey jerseys.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nobody checking for no hockey jerseys back then. Did we see Snoop on a bike? Was that Gin and Juice? He was on a bike.
I think it was Gin and Juice.
The Pittsburgh jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just like, wow. Like you want it. Like, man, I want to grow a fro. Like, nah, every nigga wasn't meant to grow a fro.
Yeah, you can't even go to work with a fro.
No, you can't. Man, but you tried. Like, you just loved it. Like, it was so the influence is there, and I think all of it ties back into how they influenced not only I don't even think we realized at the time being inner city kids, but it influenced not only us, but it was such a big. What scared them, the man, was how much it influenced their children. Because suburban white America was falling in love with hip hop more than anybody, especially gangsta rap. These little kids was like, man,
that movie CB4, that little boy was in there in the living room. His dad was like, "What you want?"
Oh yeah.
That little cat was his dad was mad at him. He was mad. Hey, that's where it's at. Got rhythm, man. You know, we bring it. We bring it. Hey, speaking of music, man, I did not know that one dude was a white man. The one, I guess you wonder where I've been.
You did not know Bobby Caldwell was white.
You didn't know that was white man?
Is white, and I did not know that.
Yeah.
I just found out at probably 39, like this year, last year maybe. I did not know.
Hey, that blew your mind, didn't it?
What you want?
There's a couple songs like that you would not know.
Yes.
That's an iconic song, and I did not know that. And I was all excited. I'm like, wow, you know, man.
Well, you know what, sweetheart, you got to look at reactions on YouTube to Bobby Caldwell being white. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yes, yeah. It'd be the comments for me on most social media platforms. The comments is where it's at, man. I think people should do a whole special, just nothing about comments. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to people who give them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, there you go, Jay. A whole session on just the comments and post the comments.
Just on the comments. We should put together a show like that where people just go and reviewing not the actual music or the video, but the comments. Like, why this?
Just focus straight on the comments. The comments be comical, man. You forget
about Yes. Some of the comments be having me dying.
What?
Man, listen, they will
have a bad day, go to the comments. Go to the comment section. That's it.
Y'all crazy. We got to look into that. We definitely need to. I'm going to talk to the producer over there. Like, yo, I don't know how we going to do it. We got to find a way.
That'll be dope.
So, Tia, what before Tia, do you have a you know what doing?
Yes, I do. And I'm going to make it quick since you have to get up out of here. I just wanted to congratulate my friend on having a healthy baby girl on November 11th.
Who the daddy?
He was like, Tia, you gotta have one too. I said, no, the fuck I do.
That part.
No.
You up next?
Hell no, I'm not up next. And that's my
Come on,
girl.
Tia, go ahead and take one for the team.
Man, I ain't taking shit for the team. The integrity of my goddamn pussy is very important, and it's gonna stay the way it is.
She said the integrity.
Goddamn watermelon. Power. Thank you.
Listen, Kiki, you don't have an argument. It is you a virgin, okay?
Oh, yeah, that is right. I'm sorry. It's just rejuvenating,
Right.
Rejuvenated.
We can't take a chance. I'm in my 40s. I can't take a chance of having no kids.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I ain't taking no damn. She a good one because we both around the same age. Shit. She was like, well, I want one. I'm like, and then I don't like the person she got it by. But I'm still gonna be a godmother. I'm gonna be there for the child. And I told her, I said, I don't want that motherfucking daddy nowhere around me. I don't like his ass.
Oh.
I said, I'll be there for you and that child. I said, but I don't
Did he
want
make
that
a cute
motherfucker
baby?
nowhere. I stay, none of that shit.
Did he make a cute baby? Or do his baby come out looking like it belongs to 3-6 months?
He's very pretty. I kind of feel bad for him. Mom, I gotta shut the fuck up. Poor baby gonna have a goddamn migraine by the time she 21. But that's neither here nor there.
Damn. What you gonna do for life?
Right.
It is a cute baby. No, she's a very cute baby.
Hey, you know what, man? Real quick, Tia, speaking of what you're speaking about, like, it's some people I've seen that they be having like some beautiful babies. And I'll be looking like, well, who the fuck side of the family did this child come from? Because I never would have guessed it.
I never knew.
I never knew.
I never knew. That's a beautiful baby. Oh, I never knew.
Hey, look, he looked like she was about to tell somebody. Like it just brought back memories.
I didn't know if I should say anything, so I'm just like, that's kind of bad. I've seen some monsters give birth to princesses and princesses, and I'd be like, damn.
Wait. Speaking of that, I don't know if I ever said anything before, but it was this lady that worked at Walmart and shit, right? And this lady came in with her 2 kids. And she asked her, she said, oh, your kids are so cute. Are they twins? The mom goes, no, are you stupid? The lady from Walmart was like, no, I just can't believe somebody fucked you twice.
Oh! Damn!
The people when that shit, I flew around that lady. I said, I got to go. I got shot. I flew around. Oh, damn. I was like, ooh. And the kids were cute, and the mama was smacked. And then with her funky ass attitude, I was so glad that lady was like, I can't believe somebody. And then she said it so it just flowed off her tongue. So
it just flowed out.
No, I just can't believe somebody fucked you twice.
So the new word for ugly is smacked. Hey, that's messed up because you think about it like, just think about the faces you make after somebody smacks.
Exactly.
You smacked. What? Nobody hit me. Nah. No, you over there looking smacked. Oh man. Hey, but I mean, I think it's the crazy part. I guess you see it in other ways. I mean, because how many times you see a dude and he be with a fine ass chick, people like, this nigga gotta be balling because I don't know how this ugly ass got hurt.
Exactly, because money will do it.
Motherfucker over there looking like Crunchy Black walking down the street with a dime.
Wait, me and my ex, every time he saw this real fine woman with this ugly ass dude, he just used to lean over to me and be like, "Must be the money." Remember that song?
Oh.
I ain't gonna lie, when I would see it, I just be like, let me go take notes. This nigga doing something right. I ain't doing. Like, what the hell?
Well, what if he's a sweetheart?
What's your secret sauce? Personality. Personality, my ass. A motherfucker gotta like get past to get to know your personality.
Right.
Now, personality does go a long way, though.
It does.
It
That's
does.
true. It does.
Personality helps keep you there. But personality didn't get you through the motherfucking door. I ain't never met a motherfucker be like, yo, it was personality at first sight. Who was like, oh, your personality is so cute. We can work with that. Like, it just be, I mean, I know personality gets you in there, but that's for them brothers. Believe me, I was that brother before. That played a long game. That's when you get friend zoned because you too ugly for her to date. Then you just wait for if enough cute ass niggas keep dropping her ass, she gonna realize that I'm here, and then you just wait it out. Patience, the virtue. Next thing you know, she call you like I'm like, oh girl, come on, I got you. You know you my girl, I got you. You just take her out a couple times. Next thing you know, you in like Flynn. Then you realize that you waited all that time.
Now you waited for your time to come take her out. Y'all went and had drinks, and she was mourning. You got some mourning pussy.
Sympathy pussy. Sympathy pussy.
Hey, I was very sympathetic to her needs.
I bet.
Well, listen, she made me wait all this damn time. We could have avoided this shit if she just could have gave it up to the nigga before. But no, I wasn't cute enough for her ass then. But now look, patience is a key and a virtue.
You done gave off that dick energy.
But then you then you realize like, yo, like we've been friends all this time. We've been cool as fuck, but you horrible as a girlfriend. See why these niggas kept dumping you and things. And I got to end the friendship. Your personality didn't keep me here either. I'm like, no.
That's why I like doing friends, man. That's why like friends stay friends for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got some man. Yeah. People always say you can't be friends with a dude. Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's true. You can. Yes, you
they
can.
Be too fine for themselves, and they got too much going on in their dogs, and they'll be the best friends because you learn from them. Like, oh, okay, I know.
Exactly.
Yep. I know what to look for.
Exactly.
Oh, so that's the line y'all be saying.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Back in my days when I was a snatch king and I was, out there ripping, running the streets, and it'd be now stuff catchy because I like. People be asking me like my advice and stuff, girls doing. I'm like, yeah. I said, but if it was me, I would have told you just not to catch myself. Like, oh, yeah, no, you just need to leave him alone. I promise you, I know this nigga is no good. I would have done the same thing. This nigga is no good. Or is that crazy? Wait, have y'all ever done it? Like, I know everybody here had their little player moments and player moves and whatnot, right? But when you see somebody telling you about somebody they fucking with and the person came across and told them this line or whatever case, you're like, oh, that was a rookie mistake. But you don't say it to the friend, you're like, oh, this nigga horrible. He gonna get caught or whatever. When you see somebody get caught, you're like, that dumb ass deserve to get caught. Like, bro, did you really think that was gonna fly? Yeah, man, I told her. I was like, nah, bro. No, that wasn't gonna work.
Hey, some corny shit worked, or maybe I was just drunk, but some corny shit worked.
it worked because you wanted it to work. You didn't even really give a fuck what he said. You like, you know what, nigga, come on.
Right.
That'll do. She like, that'll do.
That's it. That's what it is, right there.
What's in that safe over there in the room? Oh, that's where I keep my virginity. Don't worry about that. You're not here for that. Y'all women, listen, women be knowing. Y'all be knowing like off rip, like it off rip. But us dudes, sometimes we don't pick up on the signs or whatever the case. And then
y'all be slow as hell.
We be slow as hell. And then we end up talking ourselves out of the pussy. We be like, do something stupid as hell.
You could have said something stupid. I'd be like, for real, a woman no, and I'm just keep it all the way 100. If I see somebody come in within probably like 15 seconds, I will fuck the shit out of him.
Thank you.
Fuck him.
No, from the jump.
But then, like he said, some people talk their shit out. You be like,
You just blew it.
Right.
Yeah.
You already had the panties if you would have just kept your
right. Shut your damn mouth.
Hey, somebody should try that. Just walk in and be like, and the chick be talking to him. We should be a skit. Walk in and we'll be talking to him. He all quiet. And she's like, well, what's wrong? He's like, I'm just trying not to talk myself out the pussy. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and just be here. Yo. Okay. I definitely want to thank y'all for being a guest. Y'all's hilarious.
Real quick, Marty, you have a don't hashtag.
No, don't hashtag.
Oh, okay.
No, don't hashtag. I should. I got one now. Thanks to Kiki.
Yeah, I figured.
For this episode number 66, right?
Yes, 66.
Okay. My episode 66, don't hashtag, this is going to be hashtag, don't hashtag, talk yourself out the pussy.
I'm trying to tell you. Because we be horny as hell. We don't want to like hoes. Just get the
every 15 seconds, somebody talking themselves out of some pussy. Somebody talking themselves out of some pussy right now as we speak. Right now, blowing the whole conversation.
She over there like, listen, she let you in the door with no panties on. She get up because you didn't talk. She went in the room and put panties on. Like, this nigga ain't getting no ass.
Hang it up.
Hashtag, don't hashtag, talk yourself out the pussy. Please, brothers, sometimes talking a little bit less gets you a long way.
That part.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank our two amazing guests. I want to thank them both. I want to thank Albie TaylorMade. I want to go ahead and thank Kiki Ali, aka she's working on some content and whatnot to bring to the world. She's just as crazy as Tia, so or maybe worse because she's a virgin.
Okay.
According to her. Shout out to young Ashley. Definitely we miss you. So definitely keep her in your prayers and definitely just shout out to her. Shout out to the producer D80. I want to shout out also on Truth Entertainment Films. We have Product of the 80s podcast. We have AAA podcast. We have Queens with Attitude podcast. And A Ball in the Dream season 2 is about to drop. The trailer. We're about to put these trailers out there in the market. We're gonna flood it. Y'all gonna be tired of seeing this shit because it's gonna be everywhere on social media. And we are growing. This is the AAA podcast. We are Aware, Awoke, Alive, and blessed to be here with you, our beautiful co-host. Any words before we end it?
Oh, it was so lovely meeting y'all. I hope to have y'all back again. This is just so much fun. It's just so much fun to have some women as crazy as my ass. So we can gang up that put up there. We can gang up on Car's ass.
Look, Tia. Look, damn it. You're not gonna keep over here having little freaky episodes and shit. You and co-host.
I wanna be a part of that episode. I want to be on the freaky.
Okay, then. You can definitely make that happen.
Hell no. Yeah. So, you should have been here with Tia. Would talk about swings and shit from the ceiling and dressing up like a nun and nurses and whatnot.
It was from the door.
Oh,
that swing goes on the door.
That sounds like I need to be there. My man gonna be pampered panties that day, okay? Get at me.
I want to thank all y'all. This is the AAA podcast. Thank you and peace, love, and good night. God bless.
God bless. Peace.